full of jest. Come on in, you found the best. Between two giants here you'll find wit and wisdom intertwined, loves and knowledge hand in hand. This is the show that's in command. We're tall and talking, big in brains, making sense of life's wild lanes. Deep dive chats and fun remain. Bet you won't hear this on the plane. Between two giants here you'll find wit and wisdom intertwined, laughs and knowledge hand in hand. This is the show that's in command. Two giants here you'll find wit and wisdom intertwined, laughs and knowledge hand in hand. This is the show that's in command.
I actually forgot to fade it out.
I was like, hey.
I was like, this is so good. I don't want it to end.
I'm
just
like,
kept
hey,
like,
giving you the kill
you're gonna want
gesture
to
over
you're gonna
here.
want to get rid of that.
Yeah,
song.
don't worry. You can
That's
stay at the end and listen to the whole thing again
That's
if you really
fine.
want.
That is true. I do play. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
Look, it's been a while.
Hey, look, yeah, we took last week off because I was sick as hell. And
How are you feeling, Brian?
Way better. You might hear a vampire cough every once in a while, but
Oh,
I
cool.
am not dying. So, hey, I'm here.
I mean, you spend a week shitting yourself. There's going to be some residual
hey, it's better than
effects.
someone else doing it to me, you know? So,
Shitting on you?
I don't know, man.
Okay.
First the song, now this. Like, thanks for tuning out, you know?
Two guys, one cup? No,
Oh.
we're not doing that. Come on.
All right. So you're editing this week. So, anyways, back to the reason we're here. Welcome to the podcast. So you start the song.
I did start the song
Okay,
again.
thought
I was
heard a
thinking
little
about
bit.
it.
Thank you again for listening. It's a Between Two Giants podcast. Me and Mr. Michael here. We have a very awesome special guest from the Coronado neighborhood. I call him Mr. Bill. You know, oh, Mr. Bill. You know,
I don't think he likes that.
I don't know. So
He
I'm
didn't
sure
look
he-
That one's all right. That one's all right.
That
All
one's
right.
okay.
Well, the
Yeah,
official
sure.
name that the police would call him would be Bill Howard if he's in a lineup. So welcome to the podcast, Bill. How are you doing today?
I'm good. It's great to be here with you guys.
Well,
Yeah.
great's an overstatement.
Yeah. I hope he's having a better time. I'm having a terrible
It's
time.
mandated community service. It's fine.
It's good. What do you got? 12 hours left, and then you're done with the.
Well, out here at the patio on TMI, a
That's what I'm
beautiful
saying.
evening.
You got the Anchor Steam.
Can't miss it.
Yeah,
Can't-
it's not
can't-
terrible.
Actually, they were out. They don't make it anymore. They told
Oh,
me
that's right. I
it's
forgot
done.
about
All right.
that.
Well, I guess
As
we're
a
leaving.
brewery up in San Francisco.
Oh, that's right. They closed.
Yeah,
right.
they did.
This was the only place I could find it down there.
Yeah,
It
this
was
is a
great.
really good beer. It's too bad. Hopefully, someone will buy the recipe and make it. Anyways, yeah. Well, welcome to the show, Bill. I'll give you a quick intro and then we'll talk more about you. But Bill's actually a pretty close neighbor of mine, like 3-4 houses down. If you guys live in the neighborhood and you drive down Oak all the way to the end of 14th, and you see that really cool house with the upstairs viewing deck and the front little sitting area and the spiral staircase.
For our listener in Ireland, that's not going to happen.
Well, look at there. You know what?
Seamus McShamus
Yes.
is not going to go.
Just
down.
go to 14th and Oak on Google Maps. Go to the street view. Hopefully, there's you know
that's helping. That's
See,
good.
if you have the internet, you're listening.
All
So you know, but. Anyways, well, welcome to the show, Bill. Love to have you here. Bill's lovely wife, Jenny's not here. We'll get on another time, but she works weird hours. She's awesome as well. But so we like to do a show and really get to know the people and their story in the neighborhood. And it's kind of funny. Me and Bill actually bought our houses we're currently in within like a couple weeks of each other. He's done a lot more to his than I've done to mine. We like to really ask the main thing for someone like you is how did you end up in Coronado in the greatest neighborhood on earth?
I think every other neighborhood's going to be pissed.
Well,
Yeah.
you know, because they're wrong.
Okay.
It's a pretty good story. So I moved here 22 years ago from the Bay Area with Jenny and our son Tommy and her mom and dad, and we were out in Gilbert for about 15, 17 years, something like that. Tommy was 3 years old. He went through high school, off to college, and once he moved off to college, even a couple years before he was graduating, I was like, man, we're going to move downtown because Jenny works at the airport.
Yeah.
And the commute had gotten over the years worse and worse.
Hard.
It wasn't that bad when we moved here in 03.
Yeah.
But by 2019, it was taking her almost twice as long, that kind
Oof.
of thing. So I deliver auto parts. That's what
Yeah.
my second career after coming down here 20 something years ago. For the last 20 years, I drive auto parts all over the valley and everywhere, man. All
So
the way
you're
up-
that guy.
Yeah.
Where's my alternator? I've
Yeah.
been waiting for 5 weeks.
Right. Then they'll blame it on the guy.
Right.
It hasn't come from the parts. But anyway, so I got all over the place. I did a lot of deliveries up on 16th Street. There's a lot of little shops around
Yeah,
here
yeah.
on 7th Street over here too.
Yeah.
And then when I knew we wanted to move downtown, I started taking little side trips on the way back through
Yeah.
neighborhoods, looking for places,
Love
looking
it.
what was up.
It's not your
And-
gas. What the hell, right?
Yeah,
screw those guys.
And one of the best jobs ever, man.
Yeah.
Like you don't make any money at all,
Yeah.
but you drive around, listen to the radio, and talk on
Bullshit.
the phone. Yeah, that was people say like, "What do you do?" And I say, "I drive around, listen to the radio, and talk on the phone."
Yeah,
'Cause
but you said you
what it
didn't
was
listen
like.
to a single episode of our podcast.
No, this was, and
You gotta
podcast
try
wasn't
more.
my thing, dude. It was all like sports talk and news radio. I'm an old man, dude. I was born in the '50s, so yeah, I don't listen to podcasts. But that's
Thanks for coming on.
Are you looking for a promotion job between your driving job?
but so yeah, driving auto parts around the valley, and
Yeah.
that was scouting out neighborhoods and came through and just saw these cool houses and all these
Yeah.
and it was like. I told Jenny, I said, "Hey, I think I found the neighborhood, man, where it looks
Yeah.
really cool." And that
It's
was it.
interesting. It just hadn't occurred to me because I have never lived in Gilbert. But if you're living there, those houses are, let's call them similar,
Oh, cookie cutter all the way.
right?
You
Or
know,
as I like to call it, tier
There's-
of
I mean, there's
beige.
other,
Yeah.
different neighborhoods, but yeah, that
Yeah, you can
exactly.
get
But
the
when you
same
the
elevation.
difference between the two areas when you come up here and you're doing it for work, every house up here is unique.
Yeah.
The one next door doesn't look like the one, so I can see how there's an appeal because you're used to like everything's cookie cutter and this is not.
Right.
Yeah, like pulling in the wrong driveway and your key doesn't work in the house. I'm like, oh shit, this isn't my house.
and then previously also up in the Bay Area, the neighborhoods that
Yeah.
I grew up in and lived in back in the 60s, 70s,
yeah.
same thing. That they were older homes and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So
But they all look
it was
different.
a bit,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, yeah.
All
Right.
the different characteristics. are-
Exactly, a
Right.
whole different character. And so before even really knowing anyone, and then just like there was a vibe there that
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. This neighborhood, like there's so many homes. I don't know what 700, 8,000 or something in our neighborhood. But there's probably like 150 different
I used to
builders.
know that number.
you know?
Yeah.
it's up there, but it's like we didn't have one master builder build them all. There was like, welcome to this new neighborhood, 13 homes to choose from, and it was a big deal back in the day. So
Right.
no, that's awesome. That's great. Yeah, and you guys got your house. A little history just so people understand. Like you built on like a whole addition in the backyard. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, well, so yeah, unbeknownst to us when we bought the house, there was a real history behind that property,
Yeah.
right? And it's one of the older properties built in 1920, and this guy established way back when subdivisions were something new, and he was a little out of where it was happening. It was happening more closer downtown here, but he had this piece of land that he subdivided to do a subdivision, which in those days, 12 houses was a subdivision, right?
Yeah.
One little street. But it was, but he got permission from the city to split it up, and it's the subdivision of Willowwood, and it's still on
Nice.
paper. All the homes deeded in there are in the subdivision of Willowwood,
Mm-hmm.
and it's literally just that block between 14th and 15th Hoover Avenue.
That's awesome.
the subdivision.
That's weird.
That's pretty cool.
They had way better names back then.
I know, dude.
Like Willowwood.
Always up to no good.
I live in Governor's Square. Hello.
Right.
Yeah, that's
It's
the
way
proper
better.
part of Coronado.
That's way better than Condor Peak. What the fuck is that?
No, that's awesome. In our street, we have like a little stamp thing. I can't remember the name of the concrete company. Has like this copperish or steel thing in the street, like in the sidewalk. But this is when this was established. You just don't see that kind of stuff anywhere,
Right.
right? It's pretty
Yeah.
great. Pretty great.
And then we dug it because it was on the mural alley too, right?
Yeah.
Right there in the art that was there and everything. So it was
Yeah.
just a
So for the people that don't know, describe to the best you can what the art alley is.
Oak Street Alley.
Mm-hmm.
It's just one block of a small street. It's a street now. It used to be an alley, and actually I found out going way back that it was a canal.
Oh,
Yeah.
That section wasn't even a street. It was a canal.
I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
the
That they-
canal
they-
runs down there, turns up there, and goes all the way across
Right.
16th Street.
Yeah, when my house was built, that would have been a canal at the back of the property.
Yeah.
That they irrigated all their crops and crap.
Yeah, from the 20s.
Anyway.
They
All
built
the
in
weed.
20s.
But
huge
yeah,
crop.
and then so I guess at some point, not 15 years ago or less, that it was. I've had neighbors tell me they called it Crack Alley because
Yeah.
it was just
Charming.
really really bad with
Mm.
drug addicts back there and riffraff it was just like that, and then
Tubing down the canal and shit.
and then
One block long.
the graffiti started, and then someone was like, we should kind of turn this graffiti into an art thing,
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
they-
Joey and Phil
Yeah.
Freedom here in the neighborhood.
Phil
He
Freedom,
does
yeah.
a festival every year now where people can, artists come down. They have some stuff's free paint. Some people like real awesome artists.
Yeah,
Come
it's
out and
coming up
check it
next
out.
month on March 15th.
Yeah.
And it's a really fun day.
It
But
is.
yeah, you get to see people do art on those walls, and so then it became this like if you Google art in Phoenix, it comes up as one of the
Right.
main places.
It's pretty
go to.
unusual from just an art collective perspective, public art collective. So I have not seen it anywhere else.
No.
But it is literally, as Bill said, it's literally a block, both sides of the alley. In Phoenix, I think this might be a Southwest thing. A lot of block walls in neighborhoods.
Mhm.
Like where I grew up, it was fences or no fence, just grass, But so because of that, there are a lot of flat surfaces to paint.
Mhm.
So better than looking at a concrete wall, you can look at the stuff. So it's interesting to me watching it develop from where it started. When I moved in the neighborhood, like 2009, 10, something like that, it's turned into an attraction.
Yeah.
So people physically, they come to the neighborhood just to see that.
Yeah.
So you'll see people driving up and down that alley, looking at all the stuff. The thing that I think is most interesting, some people would disagree, I like that it's not permanent, meaning that the art that you'll see up there one year may not be there the next year. Someone
Yeah.
will paint over it. And I think, to me, that it's supposed to do that.
Yeah.
I think it's a living, breathing thing. So it changes with the times. You'll see some things on there that are indicative of when it was painted. That's fine. And then the next year it changes into something else.
Yeah.
I think that's super cool. The other thing I think is interesting, and people can have their own opinions about graffiti and art and all that stuff. None of that stuff gets tagged.
Yeah.
So the artwork
So
you'll see in
true.
the alley,
Yeah,
you don't
that-
get the quintessential, the subway car thing with the,
Yeah.
Gremlin 15 or, someone with a penis on it or some shit. But you don't see any of that.
Yeah, that is
So I
true.
think it's a respect thing for the artist.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
No,
that's what I
fine.
think. I've had that same conversation with Bill Freedom about the kind of the evolution and how the change needs to happen, and
Right.
it gets hard. He's the one who deals with a lot of the artists who are
Right.
doing their stuff, but that's the idea, and certainly with the walls. So we put up, it was a rickety old fence that no one was painting on, and we put up a block wall and a gate and different stuff, and that was one of the things. I was like, no, this is going to change every year
Yeah.
or two.
Yeah.
If it blows me away, I will leave it up there a little more, or
Yeah.
just for whatever reason, whatever.
Right.
It has, and then, but that continual change in the alley with art is
Yeah.
what makes it what it is, right?
Right.
If it
Yeah.
all just stays the same. And then, like you said, it's become a thing where, a couple years back, the city of Phoenix did this bike lane
Yeah.
and a beautification thing. And
Paved it up and everything.
they did some stuff in there that made it nicer.
Mm-hmm.
And then it is actually a bike lane. The entire street between 14th and 15th is a bike lane.
Right.
Yeah.
So, and it's part of the whole big bike lane thing they did. So we get a lot of cyclists coming through there now, and
Yeah.
then people look and they stop,
That's
and then
good.
car clubs and
Yeah.
motorcycle clubs and everything
Yeah.
See a
come
bunch
through
of
there.
people.
And then I get to run out there when we hear noise or what's going on and go see, hey,
Yeah.
what's up? You
Yeah,
know?
that's cool. I think I went by the other day, and you said car club. I saw some guys with a lowrider or something
Yeah.
in front of the one. So it's become a prop now, which
Yeah.
I think is pretty cool. I mean, it's kind of
Absolutely. I've
That's,
seen a
you know.
lot of people drive it. You can still drive up and down it. It is kind of two lanes. It's about one lane, but with courtesy and slow driving, you can pass each other. But
Right.
there's a lot of people there, like taking professional photos and whatnot. And it's
Yeah.
pretty cool. And there's like two offshoot off of it that are just still dirt alleys where our trash cans are and whatnot. And they're go to Cypress Street and they're all painted up and everything too.
Oh, yeah.
So it's
It's
like
creeping, for
passing.
sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, and a couple of years ago, where I guess they were doing an amateur film, and they thought it'd be great, and they were running through there
Yeah.
with rifles, like yeah.
I wouldn't do that in this neighborhood.
Yeah,
No, it was like a music
and
video
someone
or
called,
something.
yeah, and the cops came, and it was fun, It was a lot of
No,
fun.
it was like 4 or 5 dudes. I don't know if it was real guns. I think they were real, but they were like AK looking. It was like at a time where you shouldn't do that. And like
you
the,
probably get shot in this neighborhood.
dude, the helicopter. I must have slept hard that night. 'Cause I woke up to the message board. I was like, oh my god! Like the images you saw was like 4 dudes like, with AK-47s and like people trying to do rap videos and shit.
Sure.
And it was like, that is dumb, right? Like, you're lucky they didn't just shoot you from the helicopter, bro. Like,
For those of you who are
But
not,
see, that's like it's entertainment in my backyard,
Yeah.
basically.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
I-
seriously.
I do
I'm
like
tired
how-
of streaming.
I do like how Brian was throwing gang signs just now.
I was
talking
just
about
kind of
rap
shaking
video.
my hands, like you trying to get me shot,
Do you
dude?
have arthritis?
No, I'm autistic. Okay,
Okay.
not arthritis.
Sorry. So I didn't mean to derail derail the topic, but I thought that was interesting. And you have a pretty specific, if my memory serves, pretty specific mural on one of your walls. It's the Aha video, right?
Yeah, Maggie Keene did that as part of the home tour, which is coming up this weekend, and our home will be is one of the homes that's participating. So if you guys all want to take a look at this cool place that we've built over there, you can go down to the park and get a wristband, and then we'll let you in. And,
if no wristband, we'll send the AK-47, my gangster brothers back.
No wristband, you're in a rap video. Then.
Yeah. Like, end of the alley, sir. Yeah, no, that was awesome. Yeah, I've been bugging you for a few years. I'm like, put it on the thing. You guys got it to a point, so. Yeah, definitely check it out. It's one of the cool spaces, and I know you do like a lot of, not public shows, whatever, but you have, sometimes you have little shows in your backyard. You got a little stage and everything.
We were asked to participate in the Porch concert shortly after it got built and all that, and that was epic. I mean, it was, it wasn't really a porch. We had them up on the rooftop, and then so it was all filled out in the corner there at 14th and Oak, and It was cool. It was really fun, and that was a good deal. But the backyard's sort of been set up as a little mini venue for music, and we've done a couple shows back there and poetry or whatever. We do open mic type of stuff. So it's there's going to be more of that hopefully coming up, and
nice.
And it's a perfect little spot for it. And
It's great.
That's something we saw from the beginning is that corner. Again, there's that one, we have a little outdoor park that's part of our property, but it's on the corner of 14th and Oak, and it has to be open for visibility, right? Because of the traffic. And instead of fencing it, we just kept it open and made it like a little park that, people come and hang out. Mm-hmm. And when you're walking your dog or need a break or just want to chill, and it's turned out it's.
Yeah, I see people just chilling there all the time. It's a great spot, if there's a really beautiful sunset, I'm like, hey, Bill, what's going on? Can I get on the rooftop? But if not, I'm like, just go. I'll walk down and just sat there. He's got the straight shot down Oak, I see a beautiful sunset sitting out there, and great spot to watch when the SpaceX launches from California.
It's been nice to be able,
you can see the trail of the ship. It's a perfect view. He's got a straight shot down Oak. So it's really nailed the property.
Being able to share the place a little bit, that's kind of what was cool about it is that it's something that you get to throw it out there for everybody.
It's an interesting idea you shared about sharing your space. It's not. So I'm going to pull again from the Gilbert. I used to live in Glendale, East Coast, whatever, but that's also something unique. I don't know if I'm going to say it's unique to this neighborhood. The fact of sharing space. A lot of people are, block walls, all that stuff. So, I want to be private. No one comes in my space. But here, at least in this neighborhood, it's very much like, come on in. I don't care. Just, whatever. So whether it's porch concert or your little city area, whatever, or your roof deck, or it's more communal. If that's probably the right word. Than private space, which I think is interesting. It opens up the neighborhood a lot. So you meet a lot of new people. But you also share more experiences, which is pretty cool.
Yeah. And you get no garages, so you can't hide from each other.
That is
you
true.
have to wave at your neighbors.
Right.
You notice that coming from Chandler? We lived in Surprise and all that, like, come in and pull in your garage and, like, don't know anybody because you just... Were you friendly with a lot of people in Chandler?
Yeah, actually in Gilbert, we did have a very unique, but it was super unique because everyone would say, I can't believe you guys have this. But it was like that old suburbia thing. We had 3 or 4 boys that were all grown up at the same age, went to school, and all within a couple houses of each other on a little kind of corner cul-de-sac almost. It wasn't a cul-de-sac, but so we did have this little group of neighbors that, out in the front yards, barbecuing. Everyone came into others' backyard and that, but not on the same scale as in Coronado. Like this was
kids,
4 or 5 families at the most. Here it's like
same school,
100 people. Right?
Can't make it from your house to a block down the street without being like, hi, somebody.
That guy again.
No, I want to be in your podcast. Quit asking, jackass.
That's the guy who waves from that rooftop, and if you don't wave back, he goes, hey, wave at me.
This angry roof guy.
Bill on a roof.
Yep.
Nice, cool. Well, thank you for sharing all that. We might ask you a couple of random questions now, just trying to understand the psyche that is the Bill. And I know, I've been at your house, and you guys usually, throw down events really well, but also throw down some good food and whatnot. So, what is Bill's best smoker snack? Because you throw down on the grill on the smoker.
That reminds
Tell
me.
us who you are the way you
For
are.
you.
I was going to say like smoker snack.
And I
That's
brought one for you.
oh, thank you.
Oh, thank you
And
for
if you don't smoke them, just give them to a friend.
no problem.
He's talking about candy cigars.
Yes,
We're gonna
totally.
smoke some candy cigars.
Totally candy cigars. So what? Speaking of,
Okay,
not
off the
as what
smoker.
your favorite
Yeah, so-
thing to smoke.
So
What
here's
is the best food?
here's a pretty good story. So when we first moved in, there was this mesquite tree on the corner there, 14th and Oak. I guess it had been there a long time. It had been hit by a car, busted over. It was diseased. It was a mess. It was going into the phone wires and everything. So one of the first things I did was had it cut down.
Yeah.
And Jenny was home. I'm at work, and the guys who were cutting it come in, and they're like, "People are mad."
Yeah,
I remember this.
They're
the tree
coming
incident.
by.
Yeah.
So that all that wood, we made a bench that's out there on the corner of it, so the tree's still there serving a
Wood.
purpose. And, yeah,
The memorial to the car and the
then
tree.
I kept a whole bunch of it. It's all in the backyard there that I use on my smoker to
Yeah.
actually, cook meat to help nourish the neighbor.
Yeah. Like this
like
food is
the-
dedicated to the tree that
that
everyone.
tree has done its job, man.
Yeah,
It's
that's crazy.
But,
So while using the tree that shall not be named, what is your
super
favorite?
good
what-
on chicken. Chicken's my
Chicken?
thing, dude.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
your favorite go-to is a little
Yeah,
smoker.
chicken thighs and legs, and you cook them over that mesquite,
Yeah.
and it's
So yeah,
it's great.
There's two good things. One good thing about having a mesquite tree is you get a lot of mesquite wood. The second thing is it sucks. You got to trim that fucking thing
Those
every
things are
45
brutal.
minutes. That's amazing. So what were those ones? You made one thing. I can't remember what they are. They're like the little popper snacks. It's like a sausage and bacon and cream cheese or
Yeah,
something.
the
You got to
pig-
tell the people
pig
about
snouts,
that.
I think they call them
snouts.
pig
That's what
snouts.
Sounds
Cut a
lovely.
little
They are
little
so
little
good.
piece of smoked sausage, and then you wrap it with thick cut bacon so it forms a little cup, and then you fill all that with like jalapeno cream cheese.
Oh, yeah.
I chop up even more smoked sausage and
Oh,
put it
man.
in there. And,
Yeah, I had those once. And I was like, "Here, try one of
and then
these." I was
throw
like, "Can
those
I
on the
try the
smoke."
rest of them, please?" Because holy shit!
Are they gluten free?
They're no,
No.
they are not snout
And-
nor
and
gluten free.
Extra gluten?
There's a little barbecue area back there on the back of that patio too.
Yeah.
That, you'll see it if you come to the home tour this Sunday.
There you go. We got to get this episode.
This
Get your
guy.
editing going on.
Okay.
Come on. Do it for your neighborhood.
I'll do it for the
But it's all
robot
it's
will do
all
Yeah.
real cooking barbecue. No Traegers, set it and forget it. No pellet grills. This is
Yeah.
all
Okay.
real
Chicken,
charcoal
yeah. Nice.
and
Mesquite.
Yeah, and
All right.
mesquite wood, natural chips, different stuff, but it's all legit barbecue.
I love it. I love
I
it.
have a follow up question.
Yes, please.
Bill, what's the worst condiment?
Oof. Why is he sharpening a knife?
Mayo.
Mayo. Even on a BLT.
I mean, I like it. I
Yeah.
love it on every, but it's just a nasty one. Like, it can go bad. People get
Yeah.
sick. Like, you take mustard, ketchup, barbecue sauce, all that
That's
stuff.
just
Can
a 12-year shelf life, dude. Mayo.
exactly.
Mayo's the only one you can get food poisoning
But
from.
for
3
relish,
days.
that
Yeah.
stuff doesn't go bad, but
Okay.
mayo's the.
Yeah.
All right.
And I still like it, but if I was going to pick a one I could do without, it'd be mayo.
Right. Okay.
Okay.
So Bill hates mayo. Got it. Check.
Yeah. Don't bring Mayo on the home tour this Sunday.
It's just, instead of a bottle of wine, here's a jar of mayo.
Yeah, like a Costco one.
Right.
Here, if you look like you're low, here's a gallon of mayo.
You'll be set for a year. By the way, you have to eat it in one day.
I already opened this. You need a refrigerator yesterday. All right. Well, Michael, do you have any more questions for the best guest we've had all day?
I do have one question,
Yes.
Bill. It's really important.
Yes, please.
Velvet or leather?
Oof.
For
Underwear.
Sure.
I was going to say, yeah. Oh.
Bondage.
Whatever you want to do, man.
Velvet.
Okay.
Interesting
Yeah.
choice.
A little
Not
rough.
durable, but soft.
Yes. I really want to ask one more because we like asking this question because I really like to get
You
different
do
answers.
the same one?
I'm gonna do another one the day after.
Not the
one.
fries one.
No, not that's
Ron's
Ron's question. But what is your best hangover cure? If people need to know this one, this is a solid banger.
Banger.
I'll explain what that is later, Michael.
Okay, thanks.
So, yeah, pretty much my go-to is
Big snaps.
menudo.
Menudo.
Yeah,
And for
and it's even, Jenny's from Peru, and they do a style, and her dad makes an amazing menudo, but it's like blanco. It's not the red. But I like, from coming up from the Bay Area, going way back, that Mexican menudo
Yeah.
with a beer.
Yeah.
That's you gotta have a little hair of the dog,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and that's the one.
Okay.
That's
All right.
So for
Like
white
Darren-
people, what's menudo?
We're pronounced us, bro.
Okay.
it's beef tripe. It's cow stomach.
Mm.
All right.
Boiled up pretty good, nice and tender, with and then tomato, hominy, cilantro, chilies. I mean, you put a little oregano, onion on the top with cilantro, and it's just money. But it's that something about that kind of fatty,
Yeah.
greasy.
Stomach.
Cow stomach. That just and then people like
Really?
that. If I'm hungover, that would make me throw up, but it doesn't.
Yeah,
It-
just nothing but like a little tummy in your tummy, huh?
That's it.
Nope. That's a hard pass.
Yeah,
Try it sometime. I just
Yeah.
say try it.
Yeah, you got to believe. You got one convinced person here. So next time you're hungover and you have some, I will just tell me. I'll plan it with you, and we'll prove him wrong.
I'm going to continue to cry in the shower.
You mean the bed?
Correct.
Hey, and before this thing ends, though, I want
Okay.
to say thank you to both you guys because
Hey.
you guys have been fantastic neighbors to me personally. There's been a couple times I've needed favors or different
Yeah.
things, help with different things, and you guys have been, from early on. I was glad I got to meet you guys.
Hell yeah,
because
brother.
You've been very,
A
very
few
cool.
years in the
with-
neighborhood, you're a staple, bro. You know
Right.
what I mean? Like, damn, you got 5-6 years in here. You're acting like you've been here for 20 years and
Right.
shit, making us all these old timers look bad and shit, man.
You're like a rash. You're not going to go away now. Right.
But I want to scratch you. All right, I think the people have had enough.
Okay. Thanks, everybody. Thanks,
Yeah.
Bill.
Step right up to the wildest show where two big minds are ready to blow. Conversations deep yet full of jest. Come on in, you found the best. Between two giants here you'll find wit and wisdom intertwined. Laughs and knowledge hand in hand. This is the show that's in command. We're tall and talking, big in brains, making sense of life's wild lanes. Deep dive chats and fun remain. Bet you won't hear this on the plane. Between two giants, here you'll find wit and wisdom intertwined. Laughs and knowledge hand in hand. This is the show that's in command. Two giants, here you'll find wit and wisdom intertwined. Laughs and knowledge hand in hand. This is the show that's in command. A stone unturned, no joke too small. Between two giants.